Wow. What's good, everybody? Jester coming at you with something a little different this week. Coming at you with a memory fragment. Why memory fragment? This game actually gave me the idea, so I decided, hey, fucking I'm stealing that. That is my phrase now. So, therefore, memory fragment. Memory fragment is going to be a series where I tell you stories of my youngster days. Back in the time ranging from when I was a child all the way up to high school. So, let's start with me as a child, first off. Because as a child, I got into a lot of fights. Not in school, because I knew once I came home, if I got into school, like fight at school, that was my ass. I was going to get whooped by everybody. And the neighbors, the male people were going to take turns whooping my ass. It was just going to be a good old neighborhood ass whooping. So, I was smart and I waited because as a child I lived in this apartment complex. And there was this guy that always tried to get my goat. Because as a child I was overweight, I still kind of am. But I was, like as a child it's a little more, how to put it? Like as a child they literally cut you no slack as a child. They don't give a damn. They're just like, oh well he's fat, let's make fun of him because he's different than all this other skinny people. And being black on top of that was not, it was pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? I won't say double-edged sword. What's the word I'm looking for? It was a double whammy. I'll put it that way. And like I was saying, there was this guy. We're gonna call him Jim because I don't want to put his name out there because we're cool now. We grew up. But you know that was kid shit. We just fought like tooth and nail every time. Like no matter how cool we started out, like we'd always end up fighting before the end of the day. I come to his house, he'd come to my house. We'd end up whooping each other's ass no matter what. But this one time in particular stands out. Now let me tell you, let me remind you, I was sort of a large child. I was a heavy set. I was Husky. I was a Husky child. And what it is he came outside antagonizing me one day. Like we all were sitting on the car, just chilling. Like, like I mentioned, we were in an apartment complex. So, he came out with a homemade bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I had mentioned to him on prior occasions, like, man, that is my favorite breakfast sandwich. I would literally kill to get a breakfast egg or bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich because that's my jams, man. I love bacon, egg, and cheese. Still do to this day because that's my favorite breakfast sandwich. You can keep your breakfast burrito. You can keep your English muffin with peach jelly. I don't care. I am all about the bacon, egg, and cheese. Now back to the story. This man came outside with homemade bacon, egg, and cheese. I mean, that bacon was crispy. That egg was perfect. That biscuit was just the right amount of salt to get my mouth watering. This dude came outside and proceeded to eat it in front of me while I was hanging out with another friend. And I sat there and I looked at him. How dare you? How dare you come outside with this delicious ass, my favorite sandwich, and eat it in my face? And to make matters worse, he chose to break off a piece and proceed to offer some to my friend, but not to me. So that was a no-no. You don't do that to Jester. Or, excuse me, Tav. You don't do that to Tav. This was before Jester was created. But this actually contributed to the Jester persona that I created later on down the line. But, you don't do that. That was petty. You don't do that to me. Like, that is your butts. You don't offer people my favorite food in front of me. That's just begging for an ass whooping. So I sat there and I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I ask him for a piece, he'll split it up with me. Maybe, you know, because we haven't fought in a few days. Days. Emphasis on days, because we fight at least once a week. I'm not even kidding. I fought a lot as a child, trying to, you know, get over that, you know, he's fat thing. But yo man, remember how I told you that was my favorite sandwich? Mind if I get a little piece? He proceeds to break off the littlest piece, and it's not what you think. He literally acted like he was gonna give it to me, but then dropped it on the sidewalk. So that was two. That was two. So, you know, with 2 strikes, you're out. You're 2 strikes and out with me. Like, you know what? No, fuck that. So I proceeded to make this bear paw of a hand Like, it wasn't a fist, because I didn't want people saying I punched him in the face. Like, I wanted to, like, in my head as a child, I'm like, well, they can't really say I hit him if I, you know, bitch slap him. So, what happened is, I literally reared back my hand and came at him with, like, this tiger-style, bear-style palm of a hand and smacked the crap out of him. And his biscuit dropped. The friend was like, "Oh my god, you just hit him in the face! Why'd you hit him? He was gonna give you some..." Bruh, did you not just... I didn't say bruh, this was before bruh existed. But I'm like, dude, you saw him drop that piece of sandwich on the ground. He knew good and well that was my favorite sandwich. And by this time, I'm explaining to him, but so I took my eyes off of Jim. Jim proceeds to get up and attempt to tackle me. I was a husky child. You don't attempt to tackle a husky child. So I did what any husky person would do, trying to get taken down, and I axe handled the shit out of his back. Now, what gets me is that this man was like a chihuahua. No matter how big, small, whoever his opponent was, he would go full force no matter what. No matter how bad he was getting whooped, no matter how bad he was winning, whatever. He would try to... Yo, chill? Okay. He would try to literally take them out. So, what it is, he kept coming at me, and I just proceeded to toss him around like a ragdoll. And keep in mind, we were sitting on the car, so with this, when he had jumped up and tried to tackle me, we were sitting on the car when this first happened, so he literally got up, like he didn't get up off the car. Like, what happened is, we were all sitting on the car, and we were just chilling, and I just asked for a piece of sandwich. This man literally just dropped my shit on the floor. So what happens is, like, I slapped him, but he flew off the car, like, I mean, anime style. Like, I mean, you would think he was just struck by Saitama himself. I mean, he flew off the car. Sort of like that. Now, what happened next, after the whole tossing him aside, he just proceeds to just be like, you know what? I don't need this. I'm going home, and I'm going to tell my mother what you did. Now, me being how I am, as a child, who are you more afraid of who are you afraid of more than anybody in the world? You're afraid of your damn mom. Like, I don't care who you are, what you do, mom is always scary. So, I run home, and I confess, I'm just like, yo, mom, I hit Jim because he didn't share his sandwich with me. And my mom gave me this weird look. She's like, did you really just hit that boy over a sandwich? I was a husky child. And it was quiet. And we sat there just like, I don't even think she knew what she wanted to say to me at that point. I think she was trying not to laugh at me for being a fat kid fighting over food. But she just sat there. We just sat there and waited for the mom of Jim to come through. And this is fucking, like, Cookie, like, my mom's nickname is Cookie. Cookie, why is Tav hitting my boy over a sandwich? And my mom sat there. This is a funny story. Like, this is one of those stories I guess you had to be there to get. Because, like, mom's like, I don't know. I'm gonna get him later. He ain't gonna do it again, I promise you. And what is the second scariest thing in dealing with a parent? Waiting for your punishment, because you didn't know what was going to happen. You don't know why, what was going to happen. You didn't know whether it was going to be an ass whooping, or whether it was going to be like a, you just didn't know what it was going to be. And I got off so easy. I got off to where mom's just like, you know what, just don't go outside for the next few days. Because if you're just going to whoop people over sandwiches, you don't need to be playing with him. You just don't. Did I listen after those days were up? No, I didn't. And we were back fighting again by the end of the next week. So, long story short, don't dangle food in front of a fat kid. Till next time, guys. I'm out.